on preventing contamination from pests in the kitchen. Pests such as rodents, cockroaches, and flies spread germs and contaminate food. They must be kept out of all food-related areas for the safety of your customers. While we may think that killing bugs dead as the most efficient way of dealing with pests, in food service, we need to focus on stopping the problem before it starts. Pesticides are harmful substances that must only be handled by licensed pesticide applicators, and only when food is carefully protected. Consider prevention your first line of defense. Prevention should be practiced by everyone working in the kitchen. Let's look at how to keep pests out and maintain a healthy, sanitary environment in your kitchen. First, keep doors closed or screened and cover holes in the walls. Even the smallest hole can be an entry. Poorly disposed of garbage is like an invitation to pests. Cover garbage cans with lids and throw away used boxes to let them know they aren't wanted. Any mess can attract pests, so keep food covered and clean all spills quickly. Food and supply storage must be organized to discourage pest infestation. Dishes, pots, pans, and supplies should be off the floor to eliminate living spaces or places for pests to hide. Remember, prevention is the most effective way of keeping your kitchen pest-free. For more information on preventing contamination and cross-contamination, check out our 6-part series on basic food safety and our other supplemental videos. And remember to be safe. It saves lives. Now that you know how to avoid cross-contamination, let's take a closer look at cleaning and sanitizing in Part 5. Some crucial points in this segment include the difference between cleaning and sanitizing and why it's important, washing dishes by hand and using a commercial dishwasher. Cleaning and sanitizing are not the same. Cleaning uses soap and water to remove dirt and food from surfaces, while sanitizing uses chemicals or heat to kill germs. Remember that surfaces that look clean may still have germs that you cannot see. Sanitizing reduces these germs to safer levels. Food contact surfaces should be washed, rinsed, and sanitized after each use to remove germs that can cause illness. Chemical sanitizers must be mixed following the label's directions, and soap should never be added to sanitizers. Use test strips to make sure the sanitizer is not too strong or too weak. Change the sanitizing solution often because grease, dirt, and food particles make the sanitizer less effective. Store wiping cloths in clean sanitizer. If you're washing dishes by hand, all dishes and food contact surfaces must be washed, rinsed, and sanitized between uses. The procedure for washing dishes by hand is as follows. First, clean and sanitize the sink. Then, scrape leftover food into the garbage. Wash dishes in hot, soapy water in the first sink and rinse dishes with clean, hot water in the second sink. Sanitize by soaking the dishes in the third sink filled with warm water and an approved sanitizer. Always air dry dishes. Towels can breed bacteria if left wet. You may have a mechanical dishwasher that will wash, rinse, and sanitize the dishes. You need to know that the dishes are reaching correct temperatures for sanitization. So temperature gauges and sanitizer levels must be monitored. If you have any questions, speak with your person in charge about proper dishwasher operations. Many of the same basic practices for dishwasher use at home apply to commercial dishwashers, yet don't be fooled. The stakes are high to get this right. To get the cleanest dishes, start by scraping leftover food from the dishes, then stack dishes in dish racks. Do not stack dishes on top of each other, as this will not allow water to circulate properly. To keep them from filling with water and dirt, glasses, cups, and bowls should be turned upside down in the dishwasher. Plates and flatware should be stood up edgewise. Dishes should be allowed to air dry for 1 to 2 minutes before removing from racks. Just like towel drying is not acceptable for hand washing, it's also not used for dishwashing. Towel drying could contaminate the dishes. Inspect all items coming out of the dishwasher. Are there spots or stains? Are all dishes and flatware clean and free of food? No soap should remain on any dishes. Chipped or cracked dishware must be removed from service. After dishes are clean and dry, handle and store them correctly to minimize possible contamination. Don't touch the surface of any glasses or plates that a guest's mouth will touch. Cups, bowls, pots, pans, etc. must be stored upside down. Handle silverware and other utensils by the handles only. Always store kitchen utensils at least 6 inches off the floor in clean, dry areas. Here are the facts on cleaning and sanitizing. Cleaning and sanitizing are different. Cleaning uses soap and water, while sanitizing uses chemicals or heat to kill germs. Surfaces that look clean can still have germs. Sanitizing reduces these germs to safer levels. Food contact surfaces should be washed, rinsed, and sanitized between each use. Follow the label directions on all sanitizers. Never add soap to sanitizer. If washing dishes by hand, use the 3-sink method to wash, rinse, and sanitize dishes. Store bowls upside down and store utensils and dishes at least 6 inches off the ground. Never touch a part of a dish or utensil that a guest's mouth might touch.
Okay. So, tapos na tayo sa film showing. Okay, service na tayo, class. So, we're done with preparation. Tapos na natin yan. We're done with cooking. We're done with cooling. Service na tayo. Okay? Service, ito na yung dining room. After you have prepared everything in the kitchen, you are now ready to serve food in the dining room. Okay? So the objectives is to be able to learn the correct way of holding hot food at the buffet and holding cold food. Tapos, yung paggamit natin ng time to control food safety and prevent food contamination. And yung film, yung video na pinanood natin kahapon, yung buffet, nakita nyo kung paano na-prevent ang contamination dun sa mga self-service areas or whenever we're serving food to customers. So normally, class, kung kayo ay kumakain sa buffet, mapapansin nyo, may cover lagi ang food. There are 2 reasons why we are covering food. Number 1 is to keep food hot. And number 2, to prevent contamination. So as you can see in the picture, these apparently are soups. Yung soup ladle mo, usually yan, yung handle niya nakaganon para pwede siyang sumabit dun sa gilid nung soup tureen mo. Tapos meron niyang indention yung cover para nako-close yan. Okay, so that every time you need to get soup, tatanggalin mo lang yung takip. Now, before I forget, kapag ka-buffet, yung mga serving spoons natin, kailangan pinapalitan din natin sila every 4 hours. All serving spoons. Okay. Ang holding temperature natin sa hot food class is 135 or higher. kung makikita nyo, chine-check niya yung temperature ng sauce ng spaghetti. And we check the temperature every 2 hours. Tapos yung cold food naman, dapat ang temperature niya, these are desserts and salads, should be 41 degrees or lower than that. Ngayon, kapag lumampas ng 135 degrees ang temperature ng pagkain on the buffet, pag pumasok sa 41 to 135 yung temperature ng food sa buffet, ng 4 hours and beyond, we will throw the food away. Hindi na siya pwedeng gamitin o i-serve. Okay. Ngayon, kung wala pang 4 hours, kaya nga ang advice natin, every 2 hours, checkin natin yung temperature ng food. Kapag let's say on the second hour, nakita mo pumasok na siya sa 41 to 135, it doesn't mean na may bacteria na yan. Wala pa. Pero kasi pumasok na siya. Kaya pwede mo siyang i-reheat. Plus, before I forget, Servsafe recommends na we can only reheat food once. So kapag halimbawa may 4-hour buffet ka, on the second hour, kinuha mo yung temperature ng food, nakita mo 120 siya, so pasok na siya sa temperature danger zone. Pero wala pa siyang bacteria. So kukunin mo yung food, lalagay mo sa kaldero, initin mo, pakukuluan mo hanggang 165 for 15 minutes, for 15 seconds, tapos pwede mo siya ibalik sa buffet. Tapos kukunin mo ulit yung temperature sa next 2 hours. Kapag let's say, bumaba uli siya, pumasok siya sa temperature danger zone, tatapon mo na siya kasi hindi mo na siya pwedeng initin uli. You can only reheat food once. So maganda yun, nasa-save mo pa. Pero wala namang buffet na 4 hours. Usually, ang buffet 3 hours lang. Kaya pag pumasok sa temperature danger zone, reheat it once, at the end of the buffet, tatapon mo na. Hindi mo na pwede i-serve ulit. Okay. Tapos yung cold food, gaya ng sinabi ko, 41 degrees. Kapag mga ice cream, dapat 0 degrees yan. Again, kukunin natin ang temperature niyan on the second hour and on the 4th hour. Pero kasi ang cold food, wala namang reheating. Pagka ang temperature niya pumasok sa above 41 on the second hour, pwede mo pa i-serve yan kasi wala namang reheating yan. Pero at the end of the 4 hours, itatapon mo na. It will be thrown out. Okay, ang hot food, nabanggit ko na kanina. It should be higher than 135. And normally yan, kapag lumampas ng 4 hours at hindi pa rin siya pumasok ng 135, pwede mo siyang gamitin uli, but you should label it very well. Reheating is only once. Okay, now, how do we prevent cross-contamination when serving food? Unang-una, kapag sandwiches yan, kagaya nito, Philly cheesesteak, kailangan may gloves at saka may tongs kasi ito ay ready-to-eat food. Tapos you use separate tongs for separate food that you put into your bread. Kagaya niyan, yung tong mo ng cheesesteak mo, ng Philly cheesesteak mo, iba dun sa tongs mo ng cheese, tongs mo ng lettuce, tongs mo ng bell peppers, magkakaiba yan. So, no sharing of tongs. Okay? So, makikita nyo, ito yung ladle natin sa soup. Meron siyang hook para naka-float yung ladle mo doon sa gilid ng soup mo. Hindi siya pwedeng pumasok sa loob, tapos lulubog mo kamay mo, cross-contamination na yan. Okay. When serving food at baso ang iyong bibitbitin, meron diyang designated tray for the glasses at hindi pwedeng pagpapatong-patungin mo yung mga baso. Unang-una, yung puwit ng baso papasok dun sa loob ng susunod na baso. Pangalawa, pwede siya mabasag. When serving food, make sure that your fingers or any part of your hand does not touch the plate. It can only touch the under of the plate or the rim. But you cannot put your finger inside the plate. Okay? When handling silverware like fork or spoon or knives, you hold them by the handle. Hindi yung doon sa pinapasok sa bibig. Ready-to-eat food like bread, like in this picture, you have bagels, should be handled using using tongs o kaya naka-gloves ka and not your bare hands. Ang pwede lang maghawak ng bare hands ay yung kakain. And of course, you use a scooper to scoop ice and not glass. Okay. Now, when setting the table, pinakamaganda itong way ng pag-set, yung tinatawag na lumpia. Kasi the silverware are all inside. You are assured that they are protected from contamination. Kung nakaset ka ng table for 4 at dalawa lang ang uupo, tatanggalin mo yung dalawang setup. Okay, to prevent contamination. Okay. Kailan tayo pwede mag-serve uli ng particular food items that have been served to a previous guest? Okay? Pwede yung mga nakabalot o yung mga kagaya ng mga, diba sa McDonald's, yung honey o kaya yung syrup o kaya yung butter, pwede mo yun iserve uli. Pero nung time ng pandemic, hindi. Okay? Ngayon, baka pwede na uli. As long as they are unopened, they are packed, and they are in good condition. Pero yung kagaya nito, salsa, you cannot serve that again. Food that is returned by a customer cannot be served to another customer. Condiments that are uncovered, bread kahit hindi nakain, hindi mo na yan pwede i-serve. At saka yung mga garnish sa plato kahit hindi nagalaw, they cannot be served anymore. Okay. Class, kung kumakain kayo sa Kenny Rogers, makikita niyo itong sneeze guard. This is usually made of see-through material like glass. It's 7 inches away from the edge and 14 inches ang height. Dito sa ilalim, pwedeng ipasok yung kamay para mag-scoop ng food. And then ito dapat, yung dulo ng sneeze guard mo dapat above the mouth and the nose para hindi mahingahan o matalsikan ng lawa yung pagkain. Everything here must be labeled. Okay. Again, para lang matandaan natin, sa buffet, hot food must be at a temperature of 135 or higher. Cold food must be at a temperature of 41 or lower. Kung kagaya ng Yaki Mix, meron kang hilaw na mga food items na pwedeng ipaluto, you should put them separately from cooked food. Sa Yaki Mix, alam ko magka-opposite yon. Yung hilaw sa kaliwa, yung luto sa kanan. Okay? Tapos pag buffet, hindi pwedeng bit-bitin yung plato mong madumi sa buffet line. So tuwing babalik ka sa buffet, iiwanan mo yung soiled plate mo to be picked up by the waitstaff. Tapos papalitan mo ng bago doon sa buffet table. Okay. Make sure that you have the correct utensils for each specific type of food. Kung mga dry items yan, pwedeng tongs. Kung may soup yan, kailangan yung basting spoon, yung malaking kutsara. Okay? Now, for self-service areas, yung buffet na walang nagtatakal, make sure na may label yan. Tapos, if the food item is not cooked in your kitchen, you can write the name of the manufacturer or the food provider. Pwede nyo ilagay doon, just so they know. Okay. Ito ninyo kailangan to. Okay, off-site. Now, sometimes, kapag nagsisimula ka pa lang sa food service, hindi mo afford magtayo ng restaurant. Ang common stepping stone ay starting off with catering, off-site catering. Usong-uso yan, class, yung mag-rent ka lang ng venue, iluluto mo sa lugar mo, sa kitchen mo, tapos yung venue, kukuha ka na magse-setup, mag-rent ka ng tables and chairs, tapos may buffet ka doon. Pwede yun. That's possible. Mas maganda yung ganon. Kasi wala kang maintenance na monthly. Ngayon, pag ganito, binibilang mo kasi class yung travel time doon sa 4 hours. Kasama yon. Okay. So, kapag ikaw ay caterer, dapat may dalawa kang importanteng equipment sa delivery truck mo. Unang-una, kailangan mo ng hotbox. Now, the picture that you have there is a hotbox. Ito normally, ang hotbox kasi, may socket yan, sinasaksak sa electrical socket. Pero meron din niyang may battery para during transport, ang loob niyang class mainit. So, ang temperature ng pagkain dyan above 135. So, pwede ka magdala sa catering site mo ng cooked food na nakalagay sa mga pan, tapos yung pan, ipapasok mo sa hotbox. Medyo mahal ang class ang hotbox, pero yan, pwedeng electric, tapos kapag ka nakabiyahe ka, pwedeng battery. Okay? Cha-charge mo lang yung battery niya. So, habang nagbibiyahe ka, hindi ka nagbibilang ng oras. Magsisimula ka lang magbilang ng oras kapag lumabas na sa hotbox ang food mo. It will keep food above 135 for the entire travel. O kaya ako, kagaya dun sa kitchen ko, may malaki kong hotbox. So, lahat ng backup food ko nakalagay sa hotbox. Ang nilalagay ko lang dun sa steam table ay yung isa-serve at once. Pero yung backup ko nando sa hotbox. So kapag nasa hotbox, hindi ako nagbibilang ng 4 hours. Pag nilabas ko lang siya papuntang steam table, tsaka ako magbibilang ng 4 hours. This is for hot food. So make sure you label them. Ngayon, kung magdadala ka naman ng hilaw, halimbawa mayroon kang grilling on site. Very saleable yan, mag-iihaw ka on site ng isda, ng manok, ng burger. Make sure that your raw food is placed inside like Coleman or insulated containers na may yelo to keep your food frozen while you are transporting them from the kitchen to the venue. Okay, yung mga vending machines naman, very common yan. Yung maghuhulog ka lang ng coins tapos babagsak na yung food na binibili mo. Just make sure they're properly labeled, lalong-lalo na yung ingredients para ma-rule out natin ng food allergy at saka dapat nakalagay doon yung expiration date. Tapos dapat nakikita ng customer yung loob. Okay, Chapter 8. After having learned Chapter 1 to Chapter 7, alam na natin lahat ng pwede natin gawin para maiwasan ang foodborne illness. Pwede na tayo mag-create ng tinatawag na food safety management system. Pagsasama-samahin mo lahat ng chapter 1 to number 7, gagawin mo tong parang policy, gagawa ka ng parang sa plan mo, gagawa ka ng isang system for your facility in order to prevent foodborne illness. Okay? So, meron ditong active control ng managers at saka dapat may kompleto ka ng tools, training, at saka equipment. Okay. A food safety management system is a combined group o lahat ng practices and procedures sa buong operation para maiwasan ang foodborne illness. Hindi pa nangyayari yung poisoning, meron ka nang na-analyze na pwedeng mangyaring hazard or risk and you actively try to control it. Hindi pa nangyayari, alam mong pwede mangyari, maggagawa ka na ng procedures para siya maiwasan. Okay? A good food management system will focus on personal hygiene system, kagaya ng paglalagay ng mga hand washing sink, na kompleto kung ano yung dapat na nandun. Meron siyang paper towel, meron siyang soap dispenser, may hot water, may trash can, tapos may relo na may seconds na kamay para mabilang mo yung 20 seconds. Nandyan yan. In all areas in the restaurant. Tapos may training program ka upon entry and then periodically. Tapos yung suppliers mo are actively, you have controlled and you have checked all the documents. Tapos meron kang quality control officer. Okay, bukod pa doon, in place ang iyong cleaning and sanitation program. Tapos nag-create ka ng standard operating procedures for everything inside the facility. Tapos meron kang preventive maintenance program kung saan yung mga nag-install na equipment mo, pupuntahan nila equipment mo at least every year to check whether tama pa yung lamig, tama ba yung init, and this will prevent food contamination. At more importantly, nag-hire ka ng pest control officer. Lalo na sa Pilipinas, daga at ipis ang problema dyan. Okay, So again, this was discussed in chapter 1, yung dapat nating i-focus para maiwasan ang foodborne illness. Iwasan nating bumili ng raw mats natin from unsafe sources. Iwasan nating hindi gumamit ng thermometer. So thus, we fail to cook food adequately. Huwag nating kakalimutan gumamit din ng thermometer sa buffet para marating natin yung proper temperature ng hot food tsaka cold food. Tapos dapat in place yung ating dishwashing. Kung wala tayong dishwasher o dishwashing machine, kailangan may 3 compartment sink ka na may soap, hot water, tsaka sanitizing solution. Tapos meron kang policies on personal hygiene, bukod sa hand washing, yung policies mo on nails, on hair, on daily shower and uniform. Okay, so in order to achieve a very successful managerial control in terms of food safety in the operation, number 1, dapat meron kang training programs. Ano yan? Periodically. Number 2, dapat ang managers mo are actively supervising food safety. Number 3, dapat naka-incorporate sa standard operating procedures mo yung HACCP plan mo o yung how to prevent contamination. Okay, this is very important to make sure na yung program mo as far as safety is concerned is actively in place. Okay. Kung tatanungin ng FDA, meron tayong 5 risk factors for a foodborne illness. Okay? Number 1, demonstration of knowledge. Gaano ba ka-knowledgeable ang mga empleyado as far as food safety is concerned? Number 2, staff health control. Ito bang mga staff mo, kaya ngayon, nagkakaroon ba sila ng rapid test, test for COVID, test for monkeypox, tapos nagtitest ba sila for hepatitis? Dapat yan regularly every 6 months. Number 3, controlling hands as a vehicle for contamination. This can be done with an active hand washing procedure in place. Number 4, time and temperature parameters for controlling pathogen. Gumagamit ba tayo ng thermometer and are they using them correctly? Nasusunod ba yung time temperature abuse? And consumer advisories, yung nilalagay natin sa menu card to prevent food allergy at saka yung pagpapakain natin sa high-risk population ng undercooked food. Okay, now we're not doing HACCP kasi HACCP is another seminar. Pero magandang matutunan niyo ang HACCP class. Sa HACCP, gagawa ka lang ng procedures, i-integrate mo sa standard operating procedures mo, yung mga policy o yung mga procedure na pwede mong ilagay, kahit sa recipes, pwede mong gawin yon para mo ma-prevent o ma-eliminate o ma-reduce ang pagtubo ng physical, biological, or chemical contamination sa procedure mo. Okay. Yung class ko nakikita niya sa recipes natin. Cook the chicken to a minimum okay. Halimbawa, grilled chicken. Step 1. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, lemon. Number 2. Para maglasa yung chicken mo, let the seasoning sip into the chicken for 2 hours inside the refrigerator. So yung paglalagay mo ng line na inside the refrigerator, gusto mo maiwasan ang time temperature abuse. So naka-integrate dun sa procedure mo. HACCP yun. Okay. Number 3, heat the grill and cook the chicken 10 minutes on each side and insert a thermometer which should register 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Again, HACCP yun. Kasi gusto mong maiwasan ang cross-contamination. Gusto mong maiwasan ang biological contamination by by inserting a thermometer. So yung ganun class, yung nakalagay na sa mga recipes na nakikita nyo na may temperatures, o kaya cook for 40 minutes, yung mga ganon, that is a HACCP approach. That is a HACCP approach. Kasi gusto mo ma-rule out yung contaminants natin. Okay? So dapat pag gagawa ka ng HACCP plan, kailangan specific sa menu. Kaya hindi ka pwedeng gumawa ng HACCP plan hangga't hindi mo alam. Kung ang menu mo po inihaw, bakit ka gagawa ng HACCP plan para sa mga pastries, para sa mga cakes? Ang tinda mo lahat inihaw. Bakit gagawa ka ng HACCP plan on how to avoid bacterial contamination when pulling eggs? Wala ka naman scrambled eggs sa menu mo. Kaya specific ito sa menu. Kaya ang HACCP plan ng Burger House, iba sa Filipino restaurant na nagsaserve ng Filipino food, iba sa ice cream house, iba sa bake shop. Kasi they handle different kinds of procedures and ingredients. Okay, so there's 7 HACCP principles. Number 1, mag-conduct ka muna ng hazard analysis. Halimbawa, ang negosyo ko, tapsilog. Ang tinda ko lang tapsilog tsaka tosilog. So, ang ingredients ko lang kanin, itlog, tapa, at saka tosino. Doon lang iikot yung HACCP plan ko. Kung paano ko maiiwasan na magkaroon ng contamination yung sinaing na kanin ko, na ginagawa kong sinangag, yung sunny side up na itlog, yung pritong tapa, at saka yung pritong tosino. 4 lang yun. Okay. Number 2, determine the critical control points. Okay, sa kanin, ano ang pwede kong maging hazard? 3 yung hazard ko ha. Chemical, wala naman ako nakikitang chemical threat dun sa pagsasaing ko ng bigas, tapos isasangag ko. Number 2, biological, pwede. Kaya ilalagay ko doon, wash the rice once, cook, cool within 4 hours. Kasi masarap sa sinangag, malamig eh. And then, store in the chiller, store in the fridge until use. Okay. Tapos pwede ko ilagay, check the rice for physical contaminants. Ano ba physical contaminants na pwedeng makita sa bigas? Bato. So yun lang ang pwede ko makita. Physical contaminant, bato, at saka mapapanis na kanin. Kaya pwede ko ilagay yun sa procedure ko sa pagsasaing. Okay, doon sa sunny side up ko, so kailangan sa receiving pa lang, meron na ako doon nakalagay na HACCP plan, store the eggs in the fridge upon receipt. Kapag na-receive ko ng itlog, tatago ko sa fridge, o kaya check 1 egg per tray. I-check ko against sa light para fresh yun. O kaya thermometer. Okay? Tapos yung itlog, kasi biological, pwedeng salmonella yan. Isasama ko doon sa procedure. Cook the egg, kasi immediate service to eh. Cook the egg at 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds before serving. Okay, yung tapa, ganun din, karne yan. Pwedeng biological. Ganun din yung tosino. Yun yung critical control points ko. Kasi identify ko anong pwedeng mangyari. Tapos gagawa ako ng critical limit. Ibig sabihin ng critical limit, yung paggamit ko ng thermometer. Okay, halimbawa yung rice, institutional. Cook the rice at 135 degrees. Kasi volume yon. So dapat ilulubog ko yung thermometer 135 degrees. Cook the eggs at 145 degrees for 15 seconds. Okay, yung baka at saka yung baboy, 145. So, cook the beef and cook the pork to 145 degrees for 15 seconds. Critical limit ko yon para maiwasan ko ang biological contamination. Tapos, monitoring. Sabi ng monitoring, kung marami akong nilutong tapa, marami akong nilutong tosino, marami akong nilutong itlog at kanin, tapos nakalagay lang siya sa parang steamer. So, ang monitoring ko dyan, check the temperature of the rice, the eggs, the tapa, and the tocino every 2 hours. And make sure the temperature does not enter 135 to 41 degrees. Okay. Tapos, identify corrective action. Yung bang kanin, pwede ko pa bang initin yon? So, halimbawa, pagdating ng second hour, pumasok siya sa 130. So, pwede ko pa siya isangag. Okay. When the temperature of the rice reaches below 135 on the second hour, reheat. But on the fourth hour, when the temperature of the rice enters the temperature danger zone, discard. So, yun nakalagay sa monitoring mo. Okay? Monitoring yon, yung pagkuha ng temperature, yung discard, corrective action yon. Ano din, mamonitor mo yung tapa, mamonitor mo yung tocino. If the temperature enters the temperature danger zone on the second hour, reheat. Okay. If the temperature on the fourth hour enters the temperature danger zone, discard. So yun yon, corrective action yon. Tapos i-check nyo kung nagwo-work. Kung di nagwo-work, babaguhin mo. Kung nagwo-work, gagawa ka na ng documentation. Ganun lang kasimple ang HACCP class. Ano lang yan, mahirap, parang sa tingin mo mahirap kasi ang ganda ng tunog. Pero sa totoo lang, paano mo maiiwasang mapanis ang pagkain? Yun lang yun. Think ahead. Kaya nga, di ba? Oy, parang ganito lang yan eh. Ay, magsuswimming tayo. Gano'ng katagal ba biyahe natin? 1 hour biyahe natin papunta sa dagat eh. O ano ba pwede natin baunin? Adobo para hindi mapanis. HACCP na yun. HACCP na yun. Kasi hindi pa nangyayari, iniisip mo na dahil 1 oras ang biyahe mo, 2 oras ka dun sa dagat, 1 oras ulit pabalik. So, ibig sabihin, 2 oras ka sa dagat, naubos mo na yung adobo. Pero hindi ka umabot ng 4 hours. O magbaon ka ng kalan para mainit natin. Pagka pumasok ng 2 hours, initin natin. O yung ginagawa nyo. O magbaon tayong spaghetti. Pero wag mo isama yung sauce dun sa noodles. HACCP yun. Kasi tinitingnan nyo na kung ano yung, ano ba, baka mapanis eh. Yung salita ng Pilipinong, baka mapanis eh. That's HACCP. Kasi ina-establish mo na yung critical limit. So anong gagawin natin? Ay magdala ka na lang ng pang-barbecue tapos ilubog mo sa yelo. Tapos pagdating doon, tsaka natin ihawin para hindi mapanis. That's HACCP. That's HACCP. Hindi lang alam ng Pilipino, pero we're doing a lot of HACCP every day. Okay? So hindi ko na kailangan i-go through ito. Kasi malulula lang kayo dyan, pero actually, napakasimple lang ng HACCP. Okay. So kahit sa smoking of food, gumagamit din ng HACCP plan. Para ka makakuha ng variance, kailangan may HACCP plan ka. Paggamit ng food additives, pag-cure, pagkatay ng hayop na kinuha mo o nahuli mo, magpe-present ka ng HACCP plan. Ang importante, ma-establish mo sa HACCP plan mo na gumagawa ka na ng paraan para maiwasan na magkaroon ng contamination ng food. Yun lang yun. Yun lang yun. Ganon din yung pag-vacuum packing, paggawa ng mga juice, at saka pagtutubo ng bean sprout. Are there questions, guys? Yung HACCP, it may sound hard, but actually, it's very simple. Very, very simple. Okay. Napakarami nyong napanood na video kanina tungkol dito sa huli nating PowerPoint. Ito na yung pinakahuli nating PowerPoint. Napakadami niyong napanood tungkol dito. But I'd like to reiterate with you that a safe facility and a good pest management control can also prevent food contamination. Kasi may mga sakit din tayong makukuha. Marami tayong sakit na makukuha sa daga, sa ipis, at saka sa langaw. So, assuring that we don't have them in the kitchen or in the facility is also a way of avoiding foodborne illness. Okay, so when you want to put up a restaurant or a food service facility, so bibili kayo ng gamit at saka syempre mag-install kayo ng mga equipment. So make sure that the equipment that you are choosing are safe, they're easy to install and maintain, at saka madaling linisin. Importante yon, okay? And also you have to consider avoiding food safety hazard, yung mga wire na nakalawit, yung mga pwedeng matapilok, yung madulas na sahig, na pwedeng madulas ang mga kusinero mo. You make sure that you avoid them. And we need to maintain the facility. Pag may na-crack na tiles, kailangan nyo nire-repair para hindi yun pasukan ng daga. And we also have an emergency plan in place in case there are emergencies, kagaya pag-install ng fire extinguisher, at saka maiwasan yung backflow ng tubig. And we have to have a pest control plan in order to prevent and control pests. Okay, unang-una, yung flooring mo, sa mga malalaking kitchen na nakikita ko, hindi advisable yung may grout. Kasi yan, class, kagaya sa kitchen ko, diretso semento lang na pinintahan ng green. Ang pininta nila yung para maging skid-free, para hindi madulas. Pero pag ganyang may grout, maganda lang yan tingnan. Pero pumapasok yung dumi dyan sa gilid niyan. So it's harder to clean. At effort pa para sa kitchen people natin, yung kikis-kisin ng brush, yung mga in between the grout. So dapat ang isipin mo, bukod sa matibay, bukod sa makinis, dapat madaling linisin. Para pag minap mo, malinis siya talaga. Okay. The equipments that you will choose to use in your kitchen should be corrosion resistant, hindi kinakalawang, makinis, hindi nag-absorb ng tubig, madaling linisin, matibay, at saka kahit malamig o mainit, hindi siya nasisira. Okay, as what you have seen in the video, yung unang shelf ng kahit anong cabinet mo o prep table, ang paa niya dapat ang taas 6 inches. 6 inches ang taas niya mula sa floor. Tapos yung layo niya sa wall, dapat 6 inches din. Tapos sealed siya para hindi gumagalaw. Tapos kung meron ka namang nakapatong sa work table mo, may shelves kang nakapatong, dapat yung paa niya 4 inches high. Bakit kailangan yung 6 inches high from the floor and 4 inches high from the table? Unang-una, para madaling linisin. Number 2, para nakakatawid yung hangin. Number 3, para hindi siya pagbahayan ng daga at saka ng ipis. Okay. Kapag ka nagpa-install ka ng malalaking equipment, ano ito malalaki? Mga oven, mga steamer, mga malalaking grill, malalaking oven, reach in na mga fridge, walk-in freezer, walk-in fridge, yung nag-install, dapat sila lang ang magme-maintain. And it should be maintained regularly, at least annually. Sila magme-maintain to make sure na naaalagaan nila yung equipment na in-install mo. You should be able to set up a schedule. Like me, I have a schedule, quarterly schedule. So every 3 months, pinapabalik ko yung naglilinis ng grease trap, yung naglilinis ng hood, yung naglilinis ng walk-in freezer tsaka walk-in cooler. Makakatipid ka kasi imbis na masira, na may maintain mo, naiiwasan mong masira. Dahil you will compromise all the food inside and it will be very expensive. Ganun din ng dishwasher. Kung sino ang binilihan mo, sila ang nag-i-install, tapos sila ang naglilinis. So we always make sure we follow the instruction of the manufacturer when using the dishwashing machine. Okay. Normally, sa labas ng dishwasher, nakalagay dyan yung temperature ng tubig, yung final rinse temperature, which is always 180 degrees, yung pressure ng tubig, yung concentration ng sanitary concentration ng ating sanitizing solution should always be what is required by the manufacturer. So ito, napakarami niyo napanood na video tungkol dito. Ulitin ko lang, ito ang 3-compartment sink. Ang 3-compartment sink, bali 5 areas yan. Later, ipapakita ko. Okay? Yung hand washing station natin, kaya sinabi ko, ano ang dapat na nakikita sa hand washing station? Maganda yan yung pwede mong buksan ng elbows mo para kung malinis ng kamay mo, hindi mo na kailangan galawin yung pangsara ng faucet. O kaya pwedeng inaapakan sa paa. So dapat meron kang relo na may second hand. Tapos meron kang paper towel to dry the hands. Meron kang foot-operated na trash can para doon may tatapon yung used paper towel. Tapos may soap dispenser. Ideally, dapat may hot water. So meron ka sa restroom, food prep area, dining room, tsaka sa dishwashing area. Okay. So ito yung components niya, hot and cold water, liquid soap, paper towel, garbage, at saka signage. Okay. Yung drinking water nating class sa Pilipinas, wala tayong option kundi bottled water, okay, yung sa dispenser. Pero dito sa Amerika, may mga sink na ang tubig naman ay potable, ibig sabihin na iinom. So itong mga drinkable water na nanggagaling sa sink, dapat may filter yan at dapat tinetest regularly yan ng town to make sure that there are no forms of contamination in the water. Okay, so para maiwasan natin ang pagdumi ng tubig, yung pagtawid ng maruming tubig at malinis na tubig sa isang tubo, ang tawag natin doon cross connection. At nangyayari minsan to sa mga drain, sa sewer, at saka wastewater na nagko-cross sa tubig na lumalabas sa gripo. Kaya yung lumalabas na tubig sa gripo, nagiging marumi. Ang tawag doon cross connection. At paano natin maiiwasan ang cross connection? Dalawang paraan. Backflow. Paano nangyayari ang cross connection? Backflow. Umaakyat ang maruming tubig papunta sa tubo na dinadaanan ng malinis na tubig, nagba-backflow. Or number 2, back siphonage, nahihigop paakyat. Kaya ang ginagawa ng mga plumbers natin, gumagawa sila ng prevention, kagaya ng vacuum breaker at saka air gap. Air gap, nakikita yan sa ilalim ng lababo, at saka yung gripo mo, dapat mataas dun sa lababo, para hindi mahigop ang maruming tubig paakyat sa malinis na tubig. Okay. Another important requirement, class, is yung liwanag ng ilaw. Now, normally, kung makikita nyo sa mga kusina, may mga bahay yung mga bulb. Bakit nilalagyan nila ng bahay? Para pag nabasag yan, hindi siya magpupunta diretso sa food. At saka dapat shatter resistant yung mga bulbs. Okay. Ang pag-measure natin sa liwanag ng bumbilya could be watts or yung tinatawag natin light candles. So usually sa kusina, pinakamaliwanag yan. Pinakamaliwanag yan, tapos medyo dim ng konti pagdating sa dining room. Okay. Ventilation, dapat yan, yun yung hood. Okay, sa ibabaw ng kalan yan. So yan, nagbi-build up yan ng mantika na galing sa kalan. So dapat it should be cleaned and maintained every quarter to prevent grease buildup. Okay, ang basura class, kita mo sa picture, pinatong niya ang basurahan sa prep table, which is not correct. Okay, normally black trash bag ang ginagamit natin kasi ayaw ng daga at ipis ang itim. So, kapag puno ng basurahan, at dapat covered yan kapag nasa dining room, we get them out, kagaya kami. Dalawa yung basurahan namin. Yung isang basurahan namin para sa recyclable na mga kahon at mga lata, pero hinugasan muna namin ang lata. Tapos yung dumpster namin para yun sa pagkain. So magkahiwalay yan. Yan tinatawag nating recycling. Okay, the containers must be, for the garbage, must be leak-proof, waterproof, and pest-proof, and it should be easy to clean. Magkahiwalay ang recyclable sa non-recyclable. Okay, ito ang itsura class ng dumpster namin, ganyan. sa likod ng kusina ko. It is covered. Tapos meron siyang compressor. So, kapag naglagay kami ng basura, pipindutan namin yung compressor, kinokompress niya yung basura para mas marami ang ma-store niyang basura. Kasi ang collection ng garbage namin doon, twice a week lang. Okay, the cover must be tight-fitting. Tapos may drain plug siya sa lupa para hindi mabulok yung food waste dun sa loob habang naghihintay ng garbage collector. Okay, now what are the emergencies that affect the facility? Pwedeng sunog, kung halimbawa merong outlet na nag-spark o pwedeng galing sa kalan, pwedeng kapag may sa sewage mo, pwedeng flood, o kaya pwedeng magkocross yung dirty water tsaka clean water, yung sewage backup, o kaya yung brownout. So this will all pose danger to the facility. Kaya dapat may plan kayo pagdating sa ganyan. So, ano yung mga plan natin? May mga fire extinguisher tayo, may mga fire alarm. So pag kami ganon, titingnan mo muna kung may significant risk. Kung significant loss, you have to call the fireman or whoever, and then you will not use the kitchen. Okay? Make sure all the food is safe. The time and the temperature is controlled. Tapos when you resume back your operation, make sure that you clean and sanitize all surfaces. Bago gamitin kung sewage backup, bago gamitin yung tubig sa gripo for cooking, make sure it is verified and tested. Okay? And establish the security of the facility before resuming services. Okay. Now, in order to control pest loss, unang-una, wag mo sila papayagan makapasok sa kusina mo. Wag mo sila bibigyan ng bahay, ng pagkain, at ng tubig. At dapat meron ka accredited pest control operator or PCO. Okay. Unang-una, maiiwasan mo silang pumasok sa iyong kusina if you check deliveries. Kagaya class ng ipis, nakakapasok yan kasi may mga itlog sa ilalim ng tray ng itlog. So kapag nakapasok yan at nag-hatch yung mga eggs na yan, marami kang panibagong ipis. So check all deliveries. Number 2, yung mga ganyan, kaya ng tubo na yan, may crack yan, kailangan sinisemento yan kasi dyan papasok ang ipis at daga. Ang mga bintana dapat naka-screen, tapos kung pwede ka mag-install ng air curtain sa pinto para ang langaw hindi makapasok. Okay? Huwag mong bibigyan ng pagkakataon na magbahay ang mga pests sa kusina mo. Unang-una, nagbabahay yan sa basura. So, kapag puno na yung basura, tatapon mo na yan, lalabas mo na sa dumpster, at huwag mong pababayaang matulog ang basura sa kusina mo at night. Hinuhugasan ang basurahan, at saka matibay dapat yung garbage bag na nilalagay mo dyan. Okay? Pag may tumulong pagkain sa sahig, kailangan sinasabon para hindi maamoy ng daga. At kung may recyclable ka, babanlawan mo muna yung mga lata at mga bote bago mo ilagay sa garbage mo. Okay? Also, FIFO is very important. First in, first out. Kapag gumagalaw ang groceries mo, hindi mo binibigyan ng pagkakataon na tumira doon ang mga daga at ipis. At saka yung sinasabi kong 6 inches off the floor is one way to prevent them from creating or building their shelter. And cleaning up all the time, soap and water. Okay, kung may nakita kayo na signs na may pest, gaya ng dumi nila, tsaka nagtatayo na sila ng nest, o kaya may kagat-kagat yung mga groceries mo, then you have to call the pest control operator. Okay, cleaning and sanitizing. This is the last chapter. Okay, so kanina ang ganda-ganda ng mga pinakitang video sa inyo on how the difference between cleaning and sanitizing, yung paggamit ng 3-compartment sink, paano naghuhugas ng mop, saan tinatago ang mop, tsaka paano gumawa ng cleaning program. So ang cleaners natin dapat stable, non-corrosive, tsaka safe. You can only do this if you get your cleaning supplies from an accredited supplier. So we always follow the instructions of the manufacturer at huwag pagbabali-balik ta din yung gamit ng mga cleaning equipment or cleaning supplies natin. Okay. Sa sanitizing class, two-way yan. Pwedeng mainit na tubig, 171 degrees. Pwede mong ilubog doon yung mga gamit for 30 seconds. Or pwedeng yung hot water mo may chemicals. There are 3 kinds of chemicals that you can use. You can have chlorine, iodine, or quartz or quaternary compound. Ang very common na ginagamit ay chlorine. Okay. So, gaya na sinabi ko, pwedeng, halimbawa, ito, table ito. Hindi mo naman yan pwede ilubog. Okay? So, pagkatapos mong tanggalin yung solid food, sasabunin mo, babanlawan mo, tapos i-sprayan mo ng sanitizing solution. And then let it air dry. Pag naman naguhugas ka, pwedeng hot water o pwedeng sanitizing solution. Okay. Para ma-test mo kung yung concentration ng sanitizing solution mo ay tama lang, meron tayong tinatawag na litmus paper na ilulubog mo dun sa tubig mo na may sanitizing solution, tapos ima-match mo dun sa papadala nilang guide. Okay, dapat pareho silang kulay. Pag masyadong weak ang sanitizing solution mo, walang mamamatay na microorganism. Kapag masyado namang strong, baka makorrode yung mga gamit mo, baka masira, tapos magkalawang. Okay, so this is a test kit. Pag bumababa na yung concentration, ibig sabihin na pumuputla na yung kulay, ibig sabihin nun, hindi na siya nag-work, kailangan na siyang palitan. Okay, so kapag naman hindi ka gagamit ng sanitizing solution at tubig lang ang gagamitin mo, make sure that it is always at 171 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, itong hardness ng water, hardness means percent ng salts na nasa tubig mo. You don't determine this. You work with your municipality. They will tell you how hard your water is and the concentration, hydrogen ion concentration, para pag nag-install ka ng dishwasher, masasabi mo dun sa nag-install, ang hardness namin ganito, ang pH namin ganito. And they will adjust the percent of the sanitizing solution that you will use. Okay, for example, chlorine, depende sa pH ng water. Yung pH ng water per municipality yan, meron tayong less than 10, may less than 8. So pag less than 10, ang concentration ng sanitizer mo, 50 to 99. Pero kapag 8, 50 to 99 din. Pareho ang contact time, 7 seconds. Pero magkaiba yung temperature ng water nila. So i-adjust yan ni supplier. Ganun din ang chlorine, ganun din ang quaternary compound. So makikita nyo, depende sa gagamitin mong sanitizing solution, i-adjust ni supplier yung temperature, yung pH, at saka yung concentration ng gagamitin mong sanitizing solution. Okay, what are the steps in cleaning and sanitizing? Number 1, tanggalin mo muna yung food na nandun sa table, sasabunin mo, babanlawin mo, tutuyuin, papahiran mo ng sanitizing solution or spray, tapos bayaan mo siya matuyo by itself. Okay, so tuwing kailan natin nililinis ang food contact surfaces? Number 1, pagkatapos gamitin, bago gamitin, every 4 hours, at kapag nai-interrupt ang work mo. Pag-alis mo at pagbalik mo. Okay, lilinisin mo din yung mga electrical, stationary equipment kagaya ng meat slicer, meat grinder, mixer, Robocop, blender, pero dapat tatanggalin mo muna yung saksak. And make sure you dry the parts that you remove before you put them back, make sure they're dry. Para hindi tayo mag-ground. Okay. Okay, so the final rinse of your dishwashing machine must always be 180 degrees. Pagka ganito, kahit wala ka ng sanitizing solution. So, ina-adjust ito ng supplier mo. Okay. So, how do you use a dishwasher? Okay, hindi ka bagsak ng bagsak lang ha. May usually nag-install sila ng gripo sa tabi niyan. Yung may spray. So, yung mga plato, i-sprayin mo muna, alisin mo muna yung solid food, tapos ilalagay mo sa mga rack, tapos ipapasok mo yung rack doon sa loob ng dishwasher, tapos ibababa mo lang. Tapos hintayin mo, iingay yan. Pagtapos na yan, pwede mo na iangat, tapos air dry. Kaya mo lang siya matuyo. You don't have to wipe. Okay, this is a 3-compartment sink. So, una natin gagawin, usually meron kang prep area dun sa kaliwa. Tatlong sink yan eh. Soap, hot water, at saka sanitizing solution. Yung hot water mo pambanlaw. So sa kaliwa, tatanggalin mo muna lahat ng solid food, tatapon mo sa trash can, tapos yung iba binabanlaw, yung iba naman dinediretso na dun sa sabon. And you can use a brush. Tapos babanlawan mo dun sa pangalawa, tapos dun sa pangatlo, ilulubog mo ng 30 seconds, tapos air dry. Pagka medyo malabo na yung tubig, you have to change the water. Okay, now when storing spoon and fork, make sure yung handle niya ang nakatayo sa taas para pag kinuha mo, hahawakan mo yung handle. Pag mga baso, nakataob. Pag mga tasa, nakataob. Pag mga plato, nakatingala. Parang hawak mo sa plato dun sa sides niya. Okay. Now, you also clean the walls, the floors, the ceilings to prevent buildup of dust, dirt, and food residue. Kaya dapat pati walls easy to clean. Okay, this doesn't normally happen, but in case it happens, dapat ang operation mo nag-create ng plan kapag in case may magsuka o mag-LBM sa loob ng dining room mo, it could be norovirus. Kaya dapat meron kang i-create na plan on how to get rid of diarrhea or vomit when it happens inside the dining room. So kayo ang gagawa niyan. Step by step, sinong gagawa, paano gagawin, saan itatapon. These are all part of your standard operating procedures. Okay, so how will you remove the vomit or the diarrhea? Paano mo lilinisin? Sa sanitize, disinfect, saan mo itatapon? Ano equipment na gagamitin mo? Ano yung papasuot mo sa maglilinis? These are all parts of your plan. Okay? Paano mo isa-segregate? Tapos, saan mo dadalhin yung customer na may sakit? At paano ma-implement ang cleaning plan? Okay. Ngayon, this is what you call a slop sink. This is usually on the floor. Dito mo tinatapon yung tubig ng pinagmapan mo. You don't you don't discard that water in the toilet bowl o hindi mo rin siya ibubuhos sa lababo na ginagamit natin for cooking. So sa slop sink yan. So dapat yung room na yan may enough ventilation, dapat malinis, dapat meron kang mga hook kung saan mo ihahang yung mga broom, yung mga mop, yung mga dustpan. Okay, so you don't dump the water in the toilet bowl. Okay, chemicals. Saan naman natin tinatago ang chemicals? They're always kept in the original containers. Kami doon sa operation, may chemical room kami, lahat nandun. So make sure they're labeled, FIFO din yan, and they are away from food. Tapos ito yung tinatawag kong MSDS, Material Safety Data Sheets. This is a book that tells everything about the chemicals, how to use it, when to use it, what to do in case magtalsik sa skin mo, mainom mo, lahat yan nandyan. Everything is there. Okay. Yung cleaning plan mo naman, kagaya nakikita nyo sa mga restrooms, sa mga Jollibee, McDonald's, meron silang, kagaya kami sa restroom namin, merong lilinisin nyo ng 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., tsaka 8 p.m. So nakalagay doon, sino ang naglinis, ano yung nilinis, nakalagay doon lahat kung ano yung gagawin. So gagawa ka ng master cleaning schedule tapos on rotation, and you're going to train your staff how to follow it. And you have to check whether the program is working. Okay. So paggawa mo ng master cleaning schedule mo, dapat nakalagay doon, ano yung dapat linisin, sino ang maglilinis, kailan dapat linisin, at paano dapat linisin. Tapos dapat yung supervisor nag-observe kung paano ginagawa para makapag-share siya ng mga suggestions on how to improve the cleaning. Okay? Monitoring means, like this manager here is supervising, tapos kuminsan siya ang gagawa for the subordinates to follow. Tapos wag naman siya yung lagi naglilinis. It should be on a rotation basis. Tapos pwede ka kayong humingi ng suggestions sa staff. Ma'am, mas maganda po kung ganito yung gagawin natin kasi sinubukan ko po ito, mas maganda po ito. They know better. So you can accept and put in whatever contributions they make. Okay, so that's the end. That's the end, class. Servsafe exam is 4 hours. 4 hours. 2 hours yun. Pero I bet matatapos nyo yun ng 1 oras lang. 80 items siya, multiple choice, 4 choices. All the answers, class, are correct. Walang tanong, walang sagot na mali. So para nangyayari doon, choose the best answer. May percent na pumabagsak pero napaka-konti lang ng bumabagsak. Mas marami ang pumapasa. So i-review nyo yung temperatures kasi lagi yan, lumalabas lagi yung temperatures. Temperature danger zone, temperature ng pag-thaw, temperature ng cooling, temperature ng reheating, minimum internal cooking temperatures, tatanong ko yan. Arrangement ng pagkain sa freezer. Marami akong tanong class sa mga sakit. Yung top 6. So ang common na tanong ko doon, ano yung pwede mong gawin, how to prevent it, at saka ano yung common affected food. So you also have to review on that. Tapos how to prevent cross-contamination, tsaka yung FATTOM. You also study TCS. Color-coded chopping boards. Is that clear?
Yes, Chef.
Yes, Chef.
You think you're ready for it?
Not yet, Chef.
Hindi, mag-aaral pa kayo ngayon. Meron naman kayong PowerPoint eh. Mag-aaral pa kayo, pero gaya ng sinabi ko, all questions are correct. All answers are correct, but you choose the best answer. So I'm wishing you all the best. I hope lahat kayo pumasa. I'm looking forward to that. Pag, halimbawa, hindi ka medyo sinuwerte, bumagsak ka, you can retake the test again and you're not going to pay anymore until you make it. Okay, guys?
Yes, Chef.
Yes, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
Overcrowding inside the center. We also have policy regarding habitual pick-up. Here are some consequences for respective habitual pick-up.
See you when I see you, okay? Good luck. Bye-bye.
Yes, Chef.
Bye. Thank you, Chef.
Bye-bye, Chef. Thank you.
Bye.